Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on, baby? I think this is episode 15. I'm not really sure. Don't quote me.
Wow,
But today,
15 episodes. Holy crap.
actually, it hasn't really felt that long. I felt like we just really started, or like we haven't really started.
I do also feel like I'm getting better as a converser, not just with you, but just in general. But we did miss last week, so I feel like we have a lot to catch up on, in terms of talking and vice versa. You know what I mean?
I felt like shit last week. I couldn't do it. I was so busy. It's actually a longer story than I'd like to proclaim it to be. I don't want to fucking. One way we can get better at conversing is stop with the fucking sprinkle sprankle and just get straight to it, right? I've been feeling like shit for like 3-4 fucking months, off and on sporadically.
Okay.
I finally decided that the pain in which I was enduring was unbearable and that I am moving forward to get myself to the doctors, get checked up, and inevitably spend the money that I don't really want to spend. Because like, whenever you go to the doctor and you have to spend on something, right? You look like you're glowing, by the way. You look like you're
I'm fixing that up a bit. No, just
fuck?
like
anyway.
Because usually when I start like the podcast, I have like because again, this is kind of
you're good
like,
right now.
Yeah, video, like it's like video work. So little things like, again, just even a simple white page will help add some light or reflection to you. So yeah,
Hold it down.
Yeah. Anyway, you were saying, sorry.
Whenever you go to the doctors, you end up spending money that you don't like. It's just money that I don't want to spend. The same way it's like when you go to the mechanic, right? There's a chance that whenever you go to the mechanic, that there's going to be fees that you didn't necessarily want to have been incurred. That's like, come on, that's like anywhere from the 2,000 up, right? If it costs you 2,000 up, it's like, oh my God, like you have to feel a little bit. There's weight that's carried when you're in the thousands. This really is all I'm saying. For as much as I want to complain, sometimes like I have to undergo a procedure. I don't really want to say what that procedure is. It's on my fucking face, right? It's not cosmetic. It's something medically necessary. I was feeling like shit about it. I've been having headaches. Remember, come on, dude. During the event that we had last week, I didn't even eat. I didn't even eat. Okay.
Really?
Barely ate.
At all?
Barely ate any fucking food. And there was so much food. No, I cannot deal with that any longer. It has taken several days away from my hard work, which I know I could have used in moving forward. And that's not good. I can't live a life where it's just my regular day job and I go home and I immediately retreat to the bed because my fucking headache's been raging the entire fucking day. No, I have to spend the money. Bro, if I don't, 2 months from now, 3 months from now, next year, it's only going to be worse, man. So I have to take care of myself.
It's preventative maintenance, right? Like you don't want to, again, you don't want to go to the doctor when you're like in trouble. You want to go to like, catch these things before they become a real issue. But I get it. Like it's not even about, I think my pride also doesn't want to spend money, even though it could be just like, oh, like you just
you're frozen.
And nip it in the bud.
Your video's frozen.
Oh. Huh.
But go ahead.
Yeah, so it's preventative maintenance, right? But at the same time, like, again, you don't want to go to like the doctor when you're in trouble. You want to nip things in the butt now so that way it doesn't become like a mountain or like, out of like this small little molehill that you could have just quashed earlier, So, but I get it though, because half of the time it's like, oh, like I'm being a little lazy, oh, it's not that bad. Maybe I just got to like suck it up.
You don't want to, you may not have insurance.
Yeah.
Like, bro, it's like some people get scared on the doctor bed when they're in like the room with the doctor. They get freaked out. They don't like the experience. I actually went to the doctor's today. I wasn't nervously laughing. I just find myself laughing a lot because like the situation is so like, it's comical, right? I haven't been to the doctor in such a long time.
How long?
I would say, no. I would say like a good 7-8 years.
Hey, dude, that is long. Like you haven't had like a general checkup or anything like that?
I had a general checkup, but not anything, too thorough. Like I obviously went during the time in which it was COVID, but like, did I have one where I'm like really trying to be focused on improving my overall health rather than just to say that I am line healthy? Like we are here now and I've been experiencing this pain. I haven't been inconvenienced enough until now for me to actually take that dive. So it's good, as much as I'm like kind of kicking and screaming about it and kind of nervous about the upcoming things that I have to deal with. I just know that it's money well spent it is what it is, baby. Like, come on, we gotta do it now or never. Like we
Well,
can have massive regrets.
look, I think a lot of us are basically just like concerned about spending money in any regard. Like, we're all trying to like penny pinch or like,
I'm not even penny pinching. I just don't want to fucking spend this money in bulk. It's like I could buy a new TV. I could buy people way better gifts for Christmas. It's just like,
Right.
goddamn. Like there goes
Right.
that chunk of the savings. Like what
right.
the
But
fuck?
still,
dude?
it still kind of goes into that whole like, yeah, you don't want to spend it because you rather put it onto something else. But, whether it's like penny pinching because of current economic,
oh, Don,
because you want to put that money elsewhere, And
I think you're
so-
frozen again. You're frozen again.
Really?
You're good now. You kind of stabilized
You
out.
you froze for a quick second though, actually.
It was probably an internet thing or it could be a Discord thing.
Huh.
But I mean, we're good now. We're good now.
Again, we're just trying to like save our money for other things, right? And so that's money. It's again that
For the
we
fun
wish we could hold on
shit.
to. But look,
I'm gonna have to spend PTO days on it too. Like fuck, dude.
But at the same
Ugh.
time, again, it's a small little investment for something that is meant for the long run, right?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, dude. I mean, did you go to the doc yet, or you already scheduled your
Yeah.
appointment with him?
No,
Okay.
no. I went this morning. It was all good.
Good.
Found out the news. Not anything I want to talk about further, but it's gonna be multiple visits. But yeah, it must be done. So, how about you? How was your week, man? How was the party? How was the party Saturday night? Was it turnt?
It was decently turned. But again, like I was already like I kept up enough energy to keep on going that day. I mean, mind you, it was my tita's birthday, and then after that, it was Friendsgiving, followed by a friend's party, right?
Yeah.
Friend's birthday party. So it was good.
Was there a lot of people at the party? What are we talking? Man? Shout outs to her.
No,
Happy birthday.
there's a lot of people at the party. A lot of people from just
Brooklyn
familiar
Bar?
faces. No, Astoria. We were in Astoria.
Hmm.
So Astoria's cool. I mean, I like
Bar
Astoria.
setting? What are we talking about? Hookah lounge?
No, we went over her place. We went to her
Oh.
place, and she was like having like a get together there. So shout out to my homie Maria, happy birthday again. But yeah, just a bunch of her like coworkers and a bunch of people from like our old job at Panavision, and it was good. Just had a couple of drinks, just catching up with a bunch of people. A lot of like faces I know already, but also again just a couple of people from her work that I was able to like get introduced to. So it was cool. Just good conversation. I was pretty gassed out by the end of the night. So by like 12 o'clock, I was ready to like go home because it's been a long day.
Dude, I was already done by 11. But it's funny. I recall that we didn't have an episode last week.
Mhm.
So we didn't really get to talk about your birthday, son. Because there was a lot going on that day. A lot of
Mhm.
surprises, a lot of faces that I didn't think that I was going to see. I try to think to myself if I should talk about things that,
Do it.
why
Okay.
not? Because like that's
Okay.
if the cameras were
Absolutely.
off, I would have talked about it. But what
Dude,
the fuck?
Dude, like I said, I'd rather us talk about it now.
Nah, man. So the karaoke was pretty bopping. It was good. It was a lot of good familiar faces that were there. Turnout was pretty all right. But
Yeah.
I didn't expect to see people. Remember the guy from Kristen's party that was wildin'? No disrespect.
Oh,
Shout outs to
yeah,
him. He
yeah,
has all the energy in the
Inuyasha.
fucking word.
Yeah, the guy
Yeah.
who dressed up as Inuyasha.
Dude,
Yeah,
was
yeah.
that the first time you met that guy?
No, I've known about him for a while. He's a
Oh,
character.
I was about to say, because when I
he's a
saw him
character.
again and he was the first guy there, all I could remember was like, holy shit, dude. I can't believe Don invited this guy that we just met last week and he was so turned up. You knew him for a while.
No, I've known him
That's
for a
great.
while. Yeah, like because again, he's like my friend's boyfriend, so they've been dating for like about a year and some change already. The last minute, she asked me, "Oh, hey, could I bring my boyfriend? That like guy who dressed up as Inuyasha?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah, why not? Come through." But I didn't realize how into karaoke he was.
You knew him, motherfucker. You did
No,
not need
I
to know if
know.
you knew him. He
I
loved
know,
karaoke.
Yeah, he loved karaoke. Like he was on it. But he wasn't the only person who was on it. Another one of my friends who had just, like brought his girlfriend and who I'd met that night, she went in too.
She was
Like
wildin', bro.
like she knew
She was
K-pop, and
wildin'.
the craziest thing also is just like she was holding the microphone up like this, and just like as if she were like rapping on stage, and like she knew K-pop, like, and those two are like synergizing together, like they were going in, blowing out everyone's eardrums,
Dude, they
So
need to learn volume control, man. That
yeah.
was like the only thing that was so much. I was like, holy fuck, dude.
Oh, dude, like I literally took out my AirPods just to kind of muffle the noise a bit.
For real.
Yeah, no, Maria took a video of me like putting my AirPods on and just still singing, but like again, they're like blowing out my eardrums. Again, love you guys. You guys are great. Music's
No,
good, but
man. Fuck that. Guys, if you're fucking hearing this, yo, regulation notch is be good for you and for us,
pump
baby. That's all.
pump
That's
the
all.
brakes. It was a good turnout, dude. Honestly,
Mm,
the one thing I wish I
good
had
time.
set it from 8 to 10 rather than like 7 o'clock. I should have noticed that. Like 7 would have been a little too early for people. Most people are like getting out and ready into the city by like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Still,
That's
it
true.
was a good time. A lot of people came out. Like that room was pretty sick, Gabe. I appreciate the reco for
Not bad,
like,
right? Not bad.
yeah. No, I think a
I
lot of
don't know what
people
the fuck
really,
happened to the queue though. I remember there was a queue problem, but I guess we
dude.
fixed it. Regardless of the fact
It was
that wasn't the only problem, but okay.
queue. Once they figured out the queue, or the queue got fixed, they like queued up a whole bunch of stuff that I remember for like literally like half a song. I was just like scrolling, like, what the fuck? There's so many songs. I already figured we were like at the last 10 minutes of the party. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna put in my music. I'm gonna put in something that I want to sing. I know people are gonna be like down to sing with me for the swan song of this night. So it was good. Again, I was really happy with the turnout.
It's a good time.
Good time. Yeah. Had a bunch of shots, a couple drinks. So it was pretty good. I was pretty good for the rest of the night.
You were stunned at one moment at the end, but not bad. Like visually, you looked fine. You didn't look like a person who was drunk. But when I got to talk to you for like moments, you were definitely drunk.
Oh, I know.
You didn't
Well,
look
it,
it, so
well, that's the fun part. Like I remember like one of my friends saying, and this was last year, right? When like we like celebrated at Break Bar. It's like, Don, you didn't look drunk, but you moved drunk.
no. Break bar, you looked drunk. You looked
Okay.
hot and sweaty a little bit. And then you needed the cool air of the city night in order
It
to
was a
get
good
you back.
time. It was a
Yeah.
good time. Yeah. But it was a good, like I said, it was a good celebration. I mean, every year I feel like I'm trying to do something different. So last year was like Break Bar because it's interactive. Hey, we all get to break glasses on like the back of the bar, and just throwing them. And then this year, karaoke. So we'll see what next year is. Maybe it'll be like some fancy dinner or something like that. Maybe a little less drunk in me, if anything.
Can't promise that at all.
Can't promise that either. Yeah, I feel like I said that last year, like, oh, I'm done drinking. I'm never gonna do it again. And as I get closer to my birthday, the next year, I start warming up again to the idea. I'm already thinking about what I want to do for December. Like, just
My end of the year party is middle of December. I'm like, damn, it's over. This last month is gonna be so fast. It's gonna go so fast. It's gonna move on to the next year. I don't know.
no, I mean, I still think I know it's gonna move fast. I know there's like, we only have like what 6 weeks left in the
5
year,
weeks
but
left in the year, bro. 5. I'd like to say 5.
hoping that next year it's just as rewarding. A lot more work to be done. Yeah, I was able to go to the gym on Sunday finally. I feel like
Oh
I've
my
been
God.
sporadic, but I'm again like getting back on a horse. At least trying to keep it consistent for at least next couple of weekends, and then trying to increase it. It's been good. Just trying to again prepare for like Thanksgiving. Like eventually Christmas shopping and all that stuff.
Have you started at all?
Christmas shopping? Not yet. Kind of like last year, I'll probably save it like the week before Christmas, just because like
Fuck that.
I'm trying to figure out what gifts to get people. And I feel like I don't usually figure it out until like the last minute or something like that.
That sounds like procrastination talking. But I say that also claiming that I have not started. But I definitely started to think about what I was going to get people. I know what I'm going to get my family for the most part. I know the gift that I'm going to get my boss because you got to get that last minute brownie points, of course. Yeah, but have I actually started buying shit? No. I will. It's
Yeah.
relatively easy shit anyway. I should
Mhm.
get on it though.
Yeah. I haven't figured out what presents are going to be this year, but I felt a lot better about this year compared to last year. I mean, I think last year was a lot more broke too. And then
I mean, you had a
again,
fucked up last year, and we all know about that. So
yeah,
obviously, this year was gonna feel a lot better.
well, not just that, but also again, like, so this year I'm not going to the Philippines. I feel like we've talked about this a couple times already, but like it's nice and I don't know. I feel like I'm actually excited to be home. Like, don't get me wrong, part of me wants to be traveling back to the Philippines, but I'm also okay with being here. I kind of really wanted to be around people and not like off the grid for like 3 weeks to like a month, you know.
When
So
would you have left?
I would have left probably
Mid
like the
December.
mid-December, so like about like the 16th or 17th would probably be like when I leave, you know, and so from there, like I don't come back until like mid-January. So this time again, I get to be here and I want to be around people and I want to
Hopefully,
make
there'll be
plans.
events. Holy shit!
I've kind of thought to myself, oh, what are things I haven't done in a while that I kind of want to revisit? I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of ice skating, but you know, I'm thinking to myself, oh, maybe I'll see if a bunch of friends want to go to like Bryant Park, go like ice skating. And I don't know, maybe I'm just trying to
I'll go
like
to
create.
Bryant Park, but I will not fucking ice skate. Know this. No
They have
way.
bumper cars now. Like my mom showed it to me. Like they have bumper cars, I think, you know.
That's kind of
So
cool.
I'm just thinking about activities to bring people together. And so, you know, whether it's like going out for food, I mean, I want to bring a bunch of like my like old work friends over to like Woodside so we can do like Kamaya night. I've been talking about it for a while, so I want to get that like
Bro, you
out
only
of the
got 4
gate.
weeks, so you gotta fucking plan that now.
I know. But yeah, it is crazy. I feel like now that we're talking about it, the time is getting shorter.
It's so crazy because like when I hear you talking about all that shit that you want to do at the end of the year, I kind of want to do opposite. I kind of want to do nothing.
Really?
Yeah, like not that I want to do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
There's just actually naturally so much stuff around us that's going on
Mm-hmm.
that I would just love to have a weekend to myself. A weekend to myself that allows me to physically be good and emotionally be good to get work done. Like I have shit that I need to do. There's always a reason that, maybe I subconsciously put it in front of me. And technically I kind of do.
Mm-hmm.
But still, like, bitch, I have a fucking headache. That's a hard sell, man. I know some guys would be like, oh, push through, push through. I'm like, bitch, I'm dying. So hold it down. You just hope that like you feel good to get work done.
Yeah.
And not only just that, but emotionally feel good to, bring it forward, I guess. Right. So, oh man, I haven't had that since I would say 2 weeks. I know that I was like touting about it because it's like
Mm-hmm.
the end of the year and we want to work all fucking winter. But oh man, it's been like very tough in order to actually put your foot on the gas pedal and move forward. It's rough, man. Hopefully I'll get a couple, like right after this, I'm going straight to doing some work and hopefully I'm not going to get distracted. I feel
Well,
emotionally ready for it. I just want
but
to get it done.
physically, well, no, I get it. Because, dude, remember back in like June, I got like super sick, or no, not June, like July. So like I kind of had to cut off the gym and like, yeah, I just got like back to back sick, right?
I cut
Think I
off the
had,
gym too, dude. I
yeah.
haven't been going to the gym. I went to the gym today.
Mm-hmm.
This one's going to have a lot of cuts, Christ. I went to the gym today. Before that, I haven't been in like the last 2 weeks. I don't feel that bad about it because, I'm just being honest with myself. I was sick, but
Yeah.
still like going back, I felt fucking fat. It was all right though. I mean, whatever. What can you do?
Look, I got sick for about like 2 or 3 like weeks in July, so I couldn't do anything, and I felt bad because it's just like shit. Like I have a momentum, and then I kind of need like time to heal. But also, again, I see where you're coming from. Where like it's kind of been nonstop the past like 2 months, if you think about it. There's been something going on every week, at least one thing, right? I can't even say like it's nothing for like 1 week and all of a sudden like bunch of stuff in another week.
Wasn't it
It's not-
Halloween like 2 weeks ago? Like what the fuck?
Yeah, it was Halloween, and Halloween there's like 2 or 3 events, for each of us that week. So again, it's been going.
It's stacked.
There's stuff.
The
It's
weekends are
stacked.
stacked.
And I know there's a bunch of people we know who have birthdays in December. There's going to be stuff for that too. It is nice. It would be nice to just take it easy because I feel like because I've been also so busy that I haven't had like, a chance to sleep or relax. Like, so where I work, I have like off because my company observes a lot of Jewish like holidays, right? But I
Aren't
feel like
you
during
off a
that
lot
week,
of days in November?
no, not November, like October I was,
How about
So
December?
No, not at all. I have like bare. It's like one for Christmas, one for Thanksgiving. That's about it. I don't really have that many days off. During the weeks or like week or two that I was like off in October, like I went to visit my dad. And sure, I was able to sleep a little bit there, but I didn't really have time to kind of like, because you're around family, so things are going, but I haven't had time for myself to just kind of like chill and just relax and just kind of like almost vegetate a bit. So it would be nice to have that too. I totally see where you're coming from, right?
I don't want to vegetate at all. I'm not
Not at
trying to
all?
vegetate. I'm trying to get to work. There's just like shit that I want to do.
Uh-huh.
I can't. It sucks, bro. And it's
So are
like
you congested right now? Like how congested are you?
I'm not that congested. I get kind of sniffles.
You take anything for it, Gabe?
No, it's not even that bad. It's just because I came back from the gym. Like I
Oh,
was
okay.
totally fine before. And then I used Muse. I used
Mucinex,
Mucinex.
yeah.
So
Because
it kind of gets me a little bit more sniffly.
yeah, but you
But
have,
it's
I
good though.
guess, maybe kind of like a post nasal drip or something like that right now.
And plus, I'm high as fuck.
Oh, yeah. No, I got you. Well, what are you looking forward for like like for Christmas time? I don't know if we've talked about this before, but like I think the past couple of years I've hated Christmas, even though like I've gone back to the Philippines. I don't know. It's maybe it's just
Hated it. Hated is a strong word. Are you sure that's the
well,
word you want to use?
maybe not use hated, but like I always kind of felt sad during Christmas time. The magic that I used to love about Christmas time really was more like in childhood to maybe my teenage years. But that's why I would travel to the Philippines because at least I'd spend time with
What
family there.
has
But
made it sad?
mm, well, here in New York, it's just really me and my mom. Nothing bad about that. I mean, we'll make it our own, but there used to be a lot of family that we could spend like Christmases with. My family's kind of moved away. Like my dad's in South Carolina, my brother's out in North Carolina. A
Ah,
lot of my
gotcha.
cousins are in the Philippines. One of my aunts moved like to Nice. I mean, she comes back from time to time, but I feel like in the crux of it, when I think about like close family when it comes to Christmas, there was a lot more people here back when I was younger versus now, where it's not so many. And I'm happy to spend it with my mom, of course, but it would be nice to, I guess, it'd be nice to have more people. I'd like to be able to share that with other people.
Back in the day, you used to have like big holiday events
Yeah.
with a lot of people
A lot
going.
of with extended family, especially. But again, now that everyone's kind of like moved out of New York, partially because some have retired, some have moved out because of work or just finances or just whatever reasons take them
Life.
outside like life, basically.
Yeah.
So now, yeah, it's just I'm still here in New York. Yeah, this would be like the first Christmas in a while where like I actually am excited to be here in New York because I kind of want to like start over again and not just simply travel for Christmas. Like I want New York because New York's my home and I want New York to also be my home for Christmas too. I guess maybe that's why when we talk about this, I'm excited because before I wouldn't be so interested. I already kind of set my mind like, oh no, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
But are you generally sad for being here during the holidays? Generally,
Before,
because there's no. I'm talking about
before,
now because
no,
like you're not going out there to see your relatives. You're gonna stay home with the
I'm
fam.
sad, but I'm sad because I won't be able to see them and spend it like like usually do. But I'm excited because I kind of want to do something different and try to make some new plans with people.
All right, cool. That's cool. I hear, to be honest, I'm not going to
Hmm.
say a lot of shit, but I've been hearing your movements. I've been hearing your movements around the grapevine. And you have been going out. Shout out to my boy Don. That's all I'm going to say. That's it. I give credit where credit is due. You've surprised me. Because, I mean, you have a lot of friends. Out of all the people that I know, they don't really have a lot of friends. The only person that I know who does have that, who still has a lot of people around them, is you. Like you kind of have a lot of people around you. And I know it's like when you listen to that, it's like, what the fuck does that really mean? Maybe he's bigging him up. No, you kind of have a lot of pools all over the place. That's like a thing about you.
Appreciate that you say that, Gabe. It's I'm not really sure really what to make of that. I'm just at the end of the day, I'm just grateful that the people are here with me. I'm grateful that you're here for all the people that are willing to stick by, and just that's all I can be grateful for. And I try to hold on to that. I try to keep myself motivated by that and never let it get to my head.
It's funny that you should say that because the
Hmm.
last event that I held, it wasn't so much if I thought the event was going to go well, even though that is important, yes. Or
Hmm.
there was a lot of other factors to worry about. the one worrying factor that was always there from day one, even before invites were sent out,
Mhm.
would people actually come to this? Like circles are getting smaller, people are getting married, people are getting having babies, and I totally completely understand that. Like that's not something that I'm salty about. It's just, you just have to see how it, at the end of the day, how do things really fall down? And not to say that, falling down is a bad thing. That's just how things are, bro. John couldn't make it to the last event. That's
Yeah.
naturally like something that it would be descriptive of how I felt. Like, would people actually come to this thing? I totally get that.
Hey, dude, a lot of people came. A lot of people came to the event last week,
It
and
was good, man.
yeah, it was good. I mean, I wish I didn't overcommit, to certain things. I actually really wanted to stay at your thing a little bit longer, but
No, bro. To be honest, the ending
Mhm.
time was perfect. It was the
Were you
stress.
tired?
I was tired.
Uh-huh.
I was tired.
Oh
I
my
was
god.
sickly. I told you I was feeling like shit. Right. And it was so fucked up because I didn't get to go eat and I had a headache. My face was fucking hurting. By the time people left, like 11, my headache went
Uh,
away. I was just like, let me just sit down to myself, relax. And we put on an episode of not How to Train Your Dragon. What the fuck is that? Game of Thrones Dragonborn, whatever the fuck.
oh,
House
you
of
mean
Dragon.
House of Dragon?
And we
Yeah.
were just like relaxing, like don't worry about anything. That was the best. So people leaving early was totally fine. And I think people got the idea,
Yeah, yeah.
you come in at 6, you eat, chit chat, a little bit of drinks, and then it's time to go home, bro. This is the adult life now. Bro, we complain about that fucking dude that was invited to karaoke and then that other lady who was fucking singing mad loud. Those are nights to have. But like
Yeah.
at this age, it's like, oh my God, bro. My tolerance for that is almost non-existent. I don't have the energy for that. I would rather just, keep it chill. And that's something that like I guess I haven't aged in my brain a little bit because on
Yeah.
paper, you try to recreate the most funnest times of your lives.
Right.
And one of the most funnest times of my lives is having my backyard filled with 300 people. That was the greatest. That was the best. And
Yeah.
if you think about it, like, the bar never ages, like it'll always be young. So even though that's what you're trying to recreate, it's not necessarily what your body wants, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
No, I get it. No,
Yeah.
dude, that there are nights that I'm completely okay, like, "Oh, we're not going crazy? That's fine. I can pump the brakes here, keep it chill," We can just, like yeah, just keep it chill. We don't have to go, like, taking shot after shot after shot.
It
Although
pisses me off though,
Mhm.
because like when I'm in the mood for it and people are not down for it, I'm like, you guys are pussies. Like, you guys don't know how to party. I'm not asking for too much. I just need a little bit of energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck.
You bring that up and, going to, like, why I also enjoy going to the Philippines 'cause, there's a set of cousins, on, like, my dad's side who, again, I saw them shortly after, I think, the New Year's, and so I think we're just all hanging out, but one of them basically finally, like, asked me the question, so, like, they're basically my nephews. I'm, like, the youngest of, like, my line of cousins on my dad's side, because my dad is the youngest of, like, 6, 7 siblings. So, yeah, so they're basically my nephews. They call me Tito Don. Long story short, Tito Don. So, when are we gonna drink? That's one thing I appreciate about them is that, like, I'm not there often, but they're willing to do something like that and entertain, like, I guess
You think they're doing that even if you're not there?
they're getting older too. A bunch of them have kids already. So I know a bunch of them have to kind of like, oh, hey, like ask the wife if like, oh, we're going to be going out and vice versa.
Ah, okay.
I feel the same way because if I know certain people are not in the neighborhood often, I'd be willing to drop a lot of things just to make it work.
Oh,
Especially
hell
if they mean that much
yeah.
to me. So for them, again, I like they would have work the next day, right? Where we're going out on a Sunday, I think maybe. At least a bunch of them are still staying out with me. Like again, we were out and doing karaoke from like 9 to like 2 o'clock in the morning.
I
2 or
would
maybe
love
3 o'clock.
that.
You again, dude. I think if there's things that are on my bucket list is to have like some of my friends come with me to the Philippines, friends from there, and like family kind of like unite into this whole like night outing, right? I think it'd be like a great thing to have people like just again just have a night out of town in the Philippines. Like I think you'd love it. It's just fun being able to do that with them. And like, again, I would do that for them if they came here, like, even though it'd be like, oh crap, I got work the next morning. But if I know I'm not going to have many opportunities, I'll buck it out. I'll pay the price of like a hangover and like being dead at work on a Monday. Time is the most important thing you could give anyone.